Some people say giving up is not an option. And I believe that. I believe giving up is not something that we are supposed to even consider in any way. At what point do you start counting your losses and moving on? You need to go to bed.
50?
50.
1.
Okay, I'll let you say 50 and then you go to bed.
So,
Something came to my mind, just a minute ago, and I was thinking, at what point does it make sense or not to say, okay, I've given up on my dreams? I know it's very easy to say, do not give up on your dreams, do not give up on dreams. But the reality is, say, so many people every day are giving up on their dreams. They are feeling, I've been looking for this, I've been chasing this for the past 20 years, right from when I was in primary school, through secondary school, through, for people who went to tertiary institutions or further training. And they still never get within they're looking for. At what point do people feel, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore? When does it happen? And I know it's not very easy to say this is exactly when it happens. But the reality is that people do give up. And then to me personally, I'm thinking, have I given up on some things? Because I know there are things that I had always thought about doing, that I've always wanted to do growing up. I know there are things, for instance, I wanted to, by a certain age, have been a millionaire. You get it? I wanted to make sure that I'm so much money. There was a time I said I would sing with R. Kelly. Yeah, so growing up, many people don't know, but growing up, when I started noticing that I have a flair for singing, and I thought I was pretty good at it to an extent then. I don't even know now, or maybe it's still there, but I haven't been practicing it the way, I used to. At that point, I felt, okay, I would have wanted to sing with R. Kelly. I said I would. Never mind the fact that the man is in prison now. So, and this is a clear example of what I'm talking about. Do I now say I've given up on singing? I've met a number of, pushbacks. Before I came to the UK, one of the things I did then was to ask my uncle to buy me to help me buy a computer. I wanted to use that computer to edit music. I remember having gone many years ago as well as a young chap, a younger chap. Yeah, that's better. As a younger chap, I remember I went and did my first music studio thing, and that didn't go anywhere. I remember that I tried to use it to go to Lagos to see if I could get anybody who would be interested. Nothing came of it. And then coming to the UK, my very first computer that I purchased from Very, that was the current very.co.uk. I took it back then, but I intended to use that computer for music as well. I'm just using this music thing to just give you an example of when you went for something, you really believe in something, and then it doesn't happen the way you thought it would. And then after that, I then went to, was it British? The Voice. The Voice. The Voice was a competition on TV. I don't know if it still happens now. When it came out newly, I went. At the end of the day, to cut everything short, I tried all these things and it didn't work. So now, R. Kelly that I wanted to sing with is in prison. It doesn't mean I can't sing or can't continue, but if I'm being honest, I don't think I have any ongoing dream to excel or to become a celebrated or a known, whatever way you want to put it, musician or singer. I guess for me, it's just something do I even think to enjoy myself now? I don't even know. So, but I just use that as an example to say there are dreams that we have, which sometimes, it feels like it's not working. So at what point do we say, I've given up?